So there are now rumors that Apple's 2021 lineup of phones are going to be portless. Hey, what is up, ladies and gents? My name is Prashil, and welcome back to my channel, Synergy X Studios, the home of everything art and tech related. And in today's video, I'm pretty sure you've already guessed, we're going to be talking about this whole port situation that Apple is seemingly pushing for. Alright, so starting off with this video, it looks like there are a lot of rumors swirling around in this whole tech world that Apple is seemingly pushing to get rid of their charging ports in the new 2021 iPhones. And now this isn't actually going to be looking too good for consumers. And I'm not just talking about Apple consumers. I'm talking about consumers as a whole. And I'll get more into that later. But right now, let's look at the facts. Now, many credible news sources have claimed that there is now mounting evidence that the new iPhones that are going to be debuting in 2021 will in fact be portless. Now, I have conflicting feelings about this. Because on the one hand, it could all just be baseless speculation. But on the other hand, this news is gaining enough speculation and enough traction that even the big YouTubers are talking about this. Which kind of begs the question that this threat can be all too real. Alright, so if it really is the latter, then I guess we shouldn't be too surprised, because judging from the Apple lineup this year, the headlining features for the iPhone 12s were the whole MagSafe deal. And this is one of those things where I feel like it kind of already foreshadows what they're planning to do in 2021 if these rumors are actually true, because Apple was really pushing for MagSafe in their keynotes, and they were saying that this is the future, despite it only being 15 watts of fast charging. Now, with the new price tag of the phones, plus the fact that you have to pay for those wireless charging pucks, it kind of makes this whole situation even crazier. But here's what actually makes me really confused. The fact that because of the charging bricks weren't already included in the boxes in this year's lineup of iPhones, that meant people who went and purchased these could only make use of the fast charging, the wired fast charging, by purchasing separate charging bricks that went up to 20 watts. Now, this is all fine, but the fact of the matter is, if we do in fact go fully wireless, then those charging bricks that will be connected to the wireless pucks will only be able to charge up to 15 watts. So what's this point of spending extra money on a 20 watt brick charger when you're going to have to be forced to use it on a wireless charger that can only go up to 15 watts? Now, this absolutely is mind-boggling and doesn't make any sense. And this is what actually my main concern with Apple going wireless next year. Now, my second biggest concern with this whole situation is the fact that, despite all the negativity that surrounds Apple's decisions and, their idea of what innovation may be and how that differs to what we may think that is the fact that, despite all of these things, Apple was still one of the first manufacturers to create, the smartphone, the definitive smartphone that changed everything, in the mid-2000s. And they will always get credit for that. And because of this, you have to understand that they technically have that power over the entire world, I guess, to change what the trend is and what it could be. And so in the mid-2000s, when Steve Jobs debuted the first ever iPhones, it kind of shifted everything. Other manufacturers started creating smartphones because they thought that was the way to go, because Apple had done this amazing job on it. And ever since from that point, Apple's kind of always been the key, trend innovator, if that makes sense. Because, going back a couple years, with the iPhone 7s, when they decided to take out the headphone jack, everybody thought that was crazy. But then, and it kind of was, because Apple was trying to push their wireless AirPods, and that was crazy. But suddenly, slowly but surely, every other smartphone manufacturer started to change up their phones, started to change up their designs. And it was the same with the notch. Apple didn't care. They thought that was the innovative way, which meant that other smartphone manufacturers on the Android side of things decided, what, maybe Face ID could work. And while that one didn't exactly go, they didn't exactly copy Apple's, notch, there were a lot of phones that still use or made use of the notch. And so I feel that the biggest problem is that not only will Apple consumers, take the hit, take the L there, but the fact is other smartphone manufacturers may decide a couple years on from 2021 to kind of adopt that design too, which means that other Android phones might decide to take out their charging ports, which would then affect everyone. And so these are my two biggest main concerns with this whole situation. Alright, guys and girls, so that's been my take on this whole situation. I'm definitely against Apple going portless next year because it will definitely affect everyone. And I feel like, and not in a good way as well. So yeah, that's been my opinion on this situation. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, if you learned something, if it swayed your opinion, leave a like, subscribe, comment on what you think. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.